going on, everybody? It's me, truck driver Sean. Thank you for coming back to my channel. And I have another pedal that I have been sent to me from, you guessed it. You know you guessed it. You're like, he's going to mention it again, isn't he? Why, yes, I am. That right there is the Maxon OD808 overdrive with a Catalan bred 40th anniversary mod. It's quite the spectacular pedal. Huge thanks to my boy Chase Lewis over there at This Sounds, or That Sounds Terrible. Yeah, That Sounds Terrible. I get that fucking wrong every time. One of these days he's going to show up and slap the shit out of me for getting it wrong. But anyway, go check his channel out. Subscribe to his shit. He's only got like 35 subscribers and he puts out good content. He's kind of trying to find his way. He's kind of new at it, so give him a minute. He's always a work in progress. He's upgrading. He's changing shit up. He's moving shit around. He's having a good time. All right. So, what do we have here? Pretty basic. It's an 808. I mean, at this point, does anyone not know what an 808 is? I mean, it's kind of one of the oldest overdrive circuit series on the planet. You have a tone, you have a drive, you have a balance. So your tone, obviously, is going to take you from like a muffly, like darkened brownish sound, and you turn it all the way to the right, you're going to get a very chimey, vibrant sound that's going to really cut through and boost the high end of things up and really kind of bring those mids to the front. Drive, self-explanatory. You got like a boost of gain that's usable. It's not that it's unusable, and it's not so much where you're like, what am I going to do with all this? Granted, for me, it's still a lot because, you know, I use gear that's already kind of high gain. So when I use an overdrive pedal, it's kind of like when you have something as yummy as bacon. You can just eat bacon. But a little bit of barbecue seasoning on the bacon when it cooks, it's just that much sweeter. That's what I use overdrives for. Just to flavor the sound that I already have. I already like the sound that I have. I just like to flavor it. I like to tinker. I like to see what stuff does and dial stuff in. Everything kind of has its own tiny little voice. They're all somewhat similar, yet somewhat different. And I've never played an 808 that I liked before until I played the Fortin modded. And I will say this. Everyone went crazy about the Fortin mod. I actually prefer this over the Fortin modded one. I'm just going to put that out there. The Catalan bred mod is awesome. It's really good. It's super usable too. So enough of me running my suckhole. That's right, my suckhole. Let's get ourselves on in there. Today's gear, obviously, you saw what I was using. I'm using a Solar A2.6 Neon Pink. That's NP, if you want to know the model. And I am using my Republic amp. I have a noise gate on at all times. This noise gate I'm using today is the GupTech Ghoul. Other than that, everything's hunky-dory. She's mic'd up with an SM57. We got DB77s in the cab. All right. Let's zoom in on this motherfucker and do some chugging. All right. To the pedal, Batman! Boom! All right, folks. So here we go. This is the Maxon OD808. And it has the Catalan bred mod in it. Let's see what the amp sounds like by itself real quick. All right, that's the amp by itself. We're going to put everything at noontime on the Catalan bred. As you can tell right there, everything is on noon is great. So let's talk about what the knobs here are going to do. You got your tone here at the bottom. Obviously, it's going to take you from like a more of a darker to a brighter tone. It's pretty much the same old, same old. It's got a very small swing, but it's effective nonetheless. Right here, you have your drive, which is how much gain is being added, and then you have the balance, which is how much of this pedal is going into your signal. Instead of a volume, it's like if you turn it all the way to the right, you're getting a huge charge from the pedal. If it's kept to the left, it's less of the pedal going into the sound of your amp. So it effectively can change the sound of your amp, just not enough to really get kind of crazy. So the first thing we'll do is we'll start with the tone, and then we'll go with the gain, and then the balance. All right, here we go. Just watch the knobs, man. Watch the knobs. All right, so I got it dialed into right where I like it. So I'm going to show you what it sounds like with just the amp, and then I'm going to show it to you with the settings that I have it on right now. So here we go. All right, folks, there you go. That is the Maxon OD808 overdrive with a Catalan bread mod. It's a special edition. You can pick it up, I think, for like 200, 225 bucks, roughly around there somewhere. Used even less, probably. Huge thanks to my boy, Mr. Lewis, over there at This Sounds Terrible. Or That Sounds Terrible. Yeah, That Sounds Terrible. Go check him out on YouTube. He's just starting out. Watch the guy grow, man. Get him on the way up, right? I think he's got like 35 subscribers or something like that. Let's give him to break his first 100, all right? Give that guy some love. We send pedals back and forth constantly. Matter of fact, I got a box for him right now. Sending back his pedals plus 6 of mine. So it's a very cool arrangement, man. It's nice when you can find people who work together, especially in a saturated field of bullshit that we call YouTube. Everybody thinks they're a fucking rock star. It's stupid. All right. Very cool. Keep music evil. Bring metal to the children. Don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit. Later.